Today we are going to see HTML code for the creating form with the help of table. Basically, form we are using within the table so that systematically we can arrange our data. So let's start with our script. Whenever we will start creating the HTML, first of all we should have the structure of HTML. You can see over here we have open first tag is a HTML, then our head and title tag having college admission form. This will appear on the browser title bar. Within the body tag we will use now further tags. So first tag is my table tag. Let's put the attributes for a table tag. So first of all I am just putting the border, that is a 1. Depend on you. If you don't want the table border should appear, make it 0 or don't mention this attribute. After that there are various types of attributes for the table tag, that is a align as well as width. So this is a fully depend on you whether you want to use or not. Already in my previous video I have explained the table tag, so you can just have a glance on that. Now next tag is a form. Form tag is having the attribute, that is a action. So this page currently I am not having. We will create this, that is a thanks.html. Means once user will click on the submit button, it will view this page to the user. And next attribute, that is a method. Already in my previous video I have explained the difference between get and post method. Now here we will close the form tag also. Now we will start with our table. So first one is a tr tag. This tag we will close, and in between that how many columns we required, that we can decide with the help of td tag. So now 2 tds were there, means within one row we have to use 2 columns. Now first option we will mention over here, that is the student name. Now for student name we required one line text box. So here the tag is input type text. Now here suppose you want to mention the next attribute, that is a name, you can use over here. This is a nothing but the identity for this one line text box. Let's save the work. Now this form we will save within the HTML folder with the name collegeform1.htm. Let's have a preview for this. So this is my college form 1. So you can see over here the field student name, and it is allowing me to enter the name. So here you can enter the name whichever you want. Now next field we will use within this, that is Control C I will use over here just to copy this fields. Now next field we will use over here, that is a address. For address input box is not sufficient, so that's why over here we will use text area, and this tag also we will close. Whichever tag you are opening, without forget you have to close all the tags. Same way here we have to close the input tag also. Now let's save the changes, and again we will have the preview for this particular field. So you can see over here address. So this is allowing me multiple options at a time. You can see this get activated scroll bars. Now here you can use the columns and rows. You can decide within this. Already in my previous video I have explained the multiple attributes for these particular fields. So you can have the glance on that. Now next option we will use over here. I'm just copy pasting this. Next option we will use over here, that is an email. Now for email again we require the one line text box. So I'm just pasting this as it is. Let's save the changes, have the preview. So this is my email. Now next option we will use over here, that is a password. Now password we will use over here as an input type password option. Here we will do the changes, that is a P1. Now let's save the changes and again we will have the preview for this. You can see the difference. For example, @gmail.com. So you can see all the texts are visible for us. Now let's put the password. You can see the difference between these. So password is not, we cannot view this password over here. Now next option we will see the gender. So I'm just copy pasting this fields over here and here we will do the changes, gender. Now for gender we will use the radio buttons. So first of all I'm just putting the option input type. Now here we have to do the changes as a radio. Okay. Now name we will put over here for this. So I'm just putting the gender and value we will put over here as a male. Now next option we will use over here for the female also. So I will just copy paste this and here we will do the changes female and here also. Let's save and go to your browser, refresh. You can see radio buttons at a time allowing me to select only one option. After that we will use one more attribute for form, that is checkboxes. Checkboxes means allowing you to select multiple options. In radio button at a time only one option we can select and within the checkbox multiple options. So for this we will use courses available. So courses offered by college. So we will put the options over here. For example, BSc IT input type. Now here we will use the option as a checkbox. Name we will put over here as a CH1. Now same way we will use another field, that is CS. Let's save the work, go to your browser and refresh. You can see at a time multiple options I am selecting and here only one option. So this is a difference between radio button and checkboxes. One more field we will add over here. So I'm just copy pasting this. DS. So according to your requirement you can put the fields. Now next option we will see, we will go further. Just copy pasting this. Now here we will use next option, that is date of birth. So here we will use date of birth. Now for this we have to use the field as a select. So within select field we have to use the options. So we will close this select also. If you want to use the attribute for this, you can use over here attribute. Now within this we will put the option. Now for this, if you want to define date, month and year, you can go for that. Now currently currently I'm just putting one option. So just I'm putting over here years only. So you can start whichever years you require. For example, few years I'm just putting over here. 81. This is supposed to be outside. Okay. Again option tab. 80. So few options just I'm putting. Let's save the changes. Go to your browser, refresh it. So you can see. Now suppose first field if you want to blank, it is showing 1980. If you want it should be blank, so one option field you can use over here without any particular entry. So let's see, this is my option field. Let's save the work, go to your browser and refresh that. So this is the first field which is a totally blank. So already I have told you, if you want to put different boxes for a day, month and year, you can do for that also. The choice is yours, how basically you want this list item. Now form is incomplete without your buttons. So we required over here the button, that is a submit button. So let's put the button. This is my last part of my form. So within the TD I will use submit, whichever options you required. So choice is yours. So for submit button we will use over here input type submit value. Which value you want on that button you can mention over here. Suppose I want to mention over here click here. So choice is yours. Next option we will use as a reset and value is refresh. So these are my options which I have put on my button. So let's refresh it. So you can see currently thanks.html page is not available. That's why we have to create that. You can see I have used over here get method. That's why when I'm submitting this form, it is displaying all the records whichever I have mentioned within my fields. If you are using post method, it won't get display. And the reset is working like a eraser. So whichever records we have entered, it will refresh your form. It will erase all previous record. Now we will create one page, that is a thanks.html. I'm just copy pasting this content so it will save our time. Now here suppose I will mention h1 thank you. Here the record submitted successfully. For example, this I want. Now choice is yours, how you want to decorate that. You all are my future designer. So if you want to put any image, you can put image also over here. Now this is closing all the tags, whichever tags we have open. Here you want to give any background color, you can give BG color. Already color charts were available in my previous videos. Already I have explained how to use that color chart. Just go to color codes in HTML and you will get the ample colors available within that. Let's link. So for color chart, suppose you want to give any background color, so you can give. So multiple color charts were available in HTML code. So just type over here HTML color code. So here multiple codes we will get. So choice is yours. Either you can give the background also, background image. So how you want, you can give over here. For example, if I want this color, so this color code we can copy and we will paste here in background, body BG color. Let's save this changes. Now this page we have to save with the name. This is my page open with notepad with name thanks.html. I'm just copy pasting this name, and this file we will close within same HTML folder with thanks.html. Now let's go towards your output, that is a browser. Put the records whichever currently we won't view any records once we will submit the form, because it's not get link. Only within the link page we have given only thanks, that is a one page. So these all are my records which we are putting. This is my password. Multiple options were available, whichever you want you can select, submit that. So you can see the link page data get viewed over here, that is a thanks, your record gets submitted successfully. This is my output. So suppose here if you want as an image, you can put the image also. So choice is yours how you want to decorate that. Multiple images also available, that is a thanks images, you can search over here. So that images also you can put as a here. So how you want you can do. So these all things are there within the form. Hope you like this video. Now we will see the next part within the next video, that is how to create the table. So that's it for today's section. Thank you students for viewing my video.